I turned on the TV and I realize now that I did not turn it down, but I don't think it. I find that people uh, think that background noise uh, impacts their listening quality too much. I never find that I hear a lot of background noise that people are worried about. In fact, I find that a lot of the things that people say they've made, you know, uh, more videos because of something happening. Really, I don't care. I don't care. Some people, I guess, are really picky. But for goodness sake, whatever. The video, you're making a video, some things happen. Unless you are, a production, you have a production company behind you, things are going to be imperfect. Let them be imperfect. I do try to make them as good as possible, but I try to, keep things, not moving. I try to make sure that my my camera doesn't fall over. So I try to put it on a stable surface. Of course, things happen and it falls over occasionally, but sometimes when I'm holding it myself, that can't be helped. But I try not to hold it myself. I try and put it on a stable surface, and I try not to have noise in the background. Basically, I try not to have music in the background because that can, you know, cause problems. But I don't have music in the background, so all I have is a TV show and commercials. Sometimes I have. Hey, that's right, the Briar. I should find out when the Briar is coming up. When is the Briar? Right now, I'm watching a video by Rubos. This is a British man who has been living in Germany for over 10 years. Yeah, he's interesting. And he was just talking about the Briar. Before I get distracted, let me find out when the Briar is. Briar 2024. March 1st to March 10th. March 1st, so that's in a few days. Today is the 28th, so tomorrow is the 29th. Yeah, and March 1st is Friday. The Briar starts on Friday. There we go. Okay, so back. Yeah. So the Scotties is finished. That's for the women. The Briar is for the men. Curling. I'm talking about curling. Yeah. Scotties is the women's championship, and the Briar is the men's championship. So that starts on Friday, and I'll have lots more to watch. I've missed that for the last few days. In fact, Veronica and I have hardly spoken. Except I missed a PWHL game last night, and I don't know how. I don't know how I missed it because I looked for it. There was an NHL game last night, so I was watching that, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, there's a PWHL. And looked and could not see it. Don't know why. I remember wondering when it actually was because on my calendar, I had PWHL question mark. So obviously there was an issue when I found out about the game that there was no time mentioned. Veronica thinks that it might have been that there was a blackout for here. I don't know. That's the first time I've had a blackout affect me. But I know that it does say blackout in effect for some things, but I never know what they are because, of course. So that must have been it. And I have no idea why, because she watched it. She's not, she doesn't have cable the way I do. And she's in a totally different area. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, this man, Rubas, is telling me about a park in Berlin, I believe, which is contended because opinions are divided on this park, because this park is a wonderful large park which used to be a train station, and then it was part of it was chopped because of Berlin's the splitness of Berlin, and then when Berlin remerged, the park was developed. The train station turned into a park. But now they are trying to put a fence around this park and lock it up at night, because at night it's turning into a problem, because drugs are being sold there and people are being attacked, raped, stolen from, stuff like that. It's really not very nice. So half the people are saying, yes, put a fence around it, lock it up at night, no entry at night. And the other half are saying, if you do that, then the rest of the city is going to have, the area around it is going to get all these people coming and doing their nefarious deeds in the area where we live, instead of in the park where they can be taken care of. So whatever. He's discussing this. I have not watched the end of it yet, so I'm in the middle of this. But that prompted me to think. All the parks in Cambridge are closed at night. So even though there are no fences that keep people out, it is not allowed for people to be in the park after sunset. So if you are caught there, you will be told to leave. I know this because I was caught in a park. And I was a teenager. And we were asked to leave. That was very, very nerve-wracking. Scary. I think a policeman saying, "Excuse me, I'm not allowed to be here. Can you please leave?" That's all they do, right? They just tell you to leave. Obviously, it's a different situation here, but yeah, that just brought back a fond memory. A fond memory. I am watching Numbers. I don't remember any of Numbers, hardly. Some I do. But not this one. It's not like Bones. Bones, I remembered all the Bones. They aren't showing Bones anymore. I'm lucky that I was able to see so much of Bones again. Because Bones is, I'll look it up to see whether Bones is gone for good. But imagine this, Bones is very, very old. Probably Numbers is not as old as Bones. I imagine not. I don't know. Anyway,